a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
He's in! Patriots win the Super Bowl! Brady has his fifth! 13! 13! Can you believe?
Hey guys, welcome back to the Locker Room Podcast. 2-year anniversary a few days ago. We've had a couple months off, but that's because our mystery man went on holidays. Sharpie, how are you?
I'm right. How are you?
How was your trip?
It was good. Never going back to England. They can fuck off forever. Ireland, big shout out. Love you. I'll be back in April.
Is it because we don't know what colour head the mystery man is. But you went to England when there's no soccer on, and that's a big thing.
Yeah. I think when I go back anyway, Stoke will be playing Southampton, so that's good.
Yeah, so you'll be loving that.
At least I'll get to see again. I did go to Celtic Park though, which was good.
Yeah, true.
I had a tour of Celtic Park.
Did you have a favourite part at least, like a favourite spot?
Ireland, just Ireland. Pretty much just all of Ireland. There's a place in Ireland called Lochray. It was really good.
Is Ireland an island?
All right, I'm leaving then.
All right, no, let's get into it. We've had 2 years now. Oh, well, basically 2 years.
Yeah, who would have thought? Who would have thought that?
Hey, well, and we've been doing all right on TikTok, so that's all good. All right, there's been a few mistakes in these 2 years. I just needed to make sure then I was recording.
Yeah, we've got like 4 subscribers in 2 years.
Hey, it's all about
Some top-notch shit
kicking goals. I need to figure out what the fuck. All right, let's get into free agency. Okay, so let's first go. We'll pick a winner and a loser each, but we'll start with the winners first. Just the winning team, not players, but a winning team in free agency. Do you want to go first? I'll let you go first. I'm putting you on the spot here.
I like what Lakers have done. I think adding better talent as well to what they already had. I think that they might have left it a bit too late at the end last year.
Yeah.
Obviously with the trade deadline and stuff, but I like what they've done. So yeah, props to them. Getting which one did they get? Vincent or
They got Gabe Vincent. Struce went to Cleveland.
The other one was Cleveland. Yeah. I like that, but we all knew those Miami boys were getting paid. So
yeah,
props to them. I think they earned their money, but time will tell whether it was a fluke or not. Them giving Austin Reeves a lot of money was interesting as well. But
I mean, he deserved, but they gave Rui a bit too, didn't they?
Yeah, not as much, I don't think. But
you sure? I could be very wrong here, but
no, I think I gave him 3 years, 56.
Yeah, like it was
something like that.
I do have it up here somewhere. It was a very big not a very big contract, but like it was a reasonably sized one. Where was it? Here it is. Oh no, that they gave D'Lo 2 years, 36 million, which is interesting to say the least.
Yeah, none of the Lakers fans are happy about that.
Yeah. Rui, 3 years, 51 million.
Yeah, it's close.
So Austin Reeves is 4 years. I think Austin's is a bit of a bargain, but I think that's my personal opinion. All right, for my winner, I've been tossing and turning about what winner I'm going to pick, but I think I'm going to go the Suns. Like they got a little bit more than what they had. Like they
just kept adding better talent.
Yeah, they got Watanabe, Eubanks, who I think is he's a good backup center. Like he'll be a very good backup center, and like they're both on the. I think they got another one. Is Bates Diop? I think they're all on 2 years, like 5 million. Like, and they're bargain deals for obviously a team that's gonna be competitive with all the superstars and everything like that. But I think they're probably one of the main winners. Now, whether they win the championship or not, I don't know. We'll probably get into later on. But let's go to your loser. Who's your loser for the? I know that one of them's going to get mentioned. So if you take it,
I think the Nuggets getting rid of Bruce Brown,
yeah.
but I feel like that's just too easy, and it's more of a like a
They
soft
lost.
loser. But
Yeah, they lost Jeff Green too.
yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
I reckon Houston. Like Van
I
Vliet's a
don't
good
know about that.
player.
Like I feel like they've got a young team now, but they've got good young players. They haven't just got a bunch of rejects. I know there is some questionable people in there, but um, they have the young core. Them getting rid of Garuba was interesting, by the way.
Yeah,
Didn't even know that. I think you've got Garuba.
in that deal with Atlanta or whatever.
Yeah, he's got Garuba. I thought that was. I didn't even know he left Houston.
Yeah.
But yeah, fair enough.
So they got Landale, 4 years, 32 million, which is a pretty reasonable deal for him. And I mean, good on him.
Props to Jock
Yeah,
Landale.
I'm happy
He's
for him.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Only 2 years guaranteed from that 4 million, but I feel like he's going to
Yeah,
earn those minutes.
yeah, fuck
Either
those.
way, he's still getting paid, so that's good.
Yeah. Dylan Brooks. Now it was a big surprise to a lot of people. 4 years, 80 million, and then 6 million of add-ons. I think that's how it went, or maybe it was just 86 million outright. But look, I know a lot of people argued, but like I know he was going to get paid, but I was surprised that he got paid this much. And which leads me into my next one, Fred VanVleet, 3 years, 128 million. Like he was a good player. He was a champion. He's what, a one-time All-Star? Like that
Yeah,
I would not be
undrafted as
offering.
well.
Yeah. Like he's earned every penny he's got, but I just think I think it's a bad move for the Rockets because that I see what they're trying to do because OKC has all their future picks and they can't really afford to be in that lottery situation again for the next couple of years.
Don't they have all of Brooklyn's picks?
Yes. Yes, they do. But my point is, like, yes, they can still get those Brooklyn picks, but like we'll get their picks. So they can't be, it's a waste if they're gonna finish in the lottery. Like I honestly think they're still gonna be a top 10 finish draft pick team. I don't think they're going to be that good. I think they'll maybe just get in the play-in at best. Because I think OKC will be better this
The
year.
West got a lot stronger, so who knows?
Yeah. And
The West is really stacked.
Honorable mention, it's a bit of both. I just think Portland, that whole situation going on there, we'll probably touch on it. We will touch on it in a minute. But
I think an underrated winner was probably Indiana.
Yeah. Or they offered it. They threw a lot of money around, didn't they? Bruce Brown, obviously, he deserved his money.
They acquired Obi Toppin as well in the trade.
Yeah, Obi Toppin. Who else they get? It's only got Bruce Brown on here. I'm trying to think.
I was just more saying.
But like, and we forgot to mention about Lakers. They also got Jackson Hayes and Cam Reddish.
Yeah. I think Cam Reddish was 2 years, 26 million.
No, it's 2 years, 4.5.
Oh, interesting.
On here it is. So.
Oh wow.
They're bargains. But obviously
Hopefully Cam Reddish finds a home.
I think he will. He's too. I don't want to say he's too good not to, but he should.
He's better than a lot of the players that are in the league.
Yeah.
When I say a lot, I use that lightly as well.
Yeah.
Even though a lot doesn't mean lightly, but.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just writing something. Yeah, no, it's. I don't know. I've lost track of my thought. I was going to move on to something. I am going to move on to something else here. I'm gonna move on to it's a report, so who really cares what it says? But it's Bleacher Report. Now they ranked the top 10 young cores in the NBA. I'm just gonna read you the top 6 and get your thoughts on the order.
I was actually thinking about this before
So
because I think we were talking about it last night.
yeah, 6 is Detroit Pistons. 5 is the Houston Rockets. 4 is the Orlando Magic. Pelicans is third. OKC is second, and the Spurs are first. Now they're what they've put in there is for Spurs is they put Bassi, which I honestly don't know. Malachi Branham, who had or Branham, however you say it, he had a good game
Really
today.
good game today.
I always call it
Champagne.
Yeah, he's 22. Jeremy Sohan, Devin Vassell, Wemby, obviously, and Blake Wesley, who I haven't heard of either. Like
Wait, so who did this Bleacher Report?
Bleacher Report. That's their
Yeah,
notable
they're
young
pretty much
players.
front runner report. Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously Wemby's the big take out of that, and we'll talk about Wemby at the end of this podcast. But do you think they should be like? Because I'll go to OKC in a second, but do you think they should be number 1? Is my first question.
Who? Spurs.
Spurs.
No, I think I like Detroit at number 1, to be honest.
Really?
Thompson, Cade,
Killian Hayes.
no, not Killian Hayes. They're fucking center.
James Wiseman.
No, I've just
Stewart.
forgotten who their bloody center is.
Isaiah Stewart.
Yeah, Isaiah Stewart. That's sad.
Duran as well.
Ren. Pardon?
Yeah, sorry, I just said Duran at the same time as you.
Yeah, and a proper coach as well.
Yeah.
So
And
and
like,
that Thompson, both of the Thompsons are really good as well.
Like I don't like Houston either, but they should be higher. Like I don't know if Orlando they've included Cole Anthony because he's 23 or younger, but other than that they got Paolo, they got Anthony Black who looks like he's playing well.
He didn't really have a good game yesterday. I think he shot 3 for 12.
Caleb Houston, won't lie, I don't know, and same with Jet Howard, and they've got Jalen Suggs, who I don't know if you can really put him as notable. And Franz Wagner, obviously, who's been really well. But like as much as I hate Houston, I'd nearly be putting Houston up there because they got Tari East and Jalen Green. Porter Junior's under 23 still, Jesus. Shengun, Jabari Smith, and I like Whitmore and Thompson as well. Obviously,
Jabari Smith had a really good game.
I mean, obviously, and Thompson's got to be good because he was a lottery pick. But and Pelicans. Pelicans is confusing because they got Zion as well listed in there, even though he hasn't played a game in forever. But let me just for a second read you all the OKC ones. So Usman Jang.
Surprised. I'm hanging a sec. Sorry, a sec. I'm surprised Bleacher Report didn't put the Lakers as the best young core as well.
Austin Reeves.
Yeah. LeBron.
Pippen Jr. or whatever his name is. So OKC. Usman Jang, who, yeah, I get he hasn't been great, but he's like what? He's a 7-foot talent that can handle the ball if he gets given the time. Josh Giddey already shown that he can do it. Chet Holmgren hasn't played, so we don't know yet, but he's going to be good defensively at least. Keontae Johnson, again, he's a bit older and he's showing signs, but I wouldn't really include him. Trey Mann, he could be traded. Poku, Jeremiah Robinson-Earl, Hasten Wallace, and both the Jay Williams. Like I think you've got like 6 players there that are notably better than most of the players on the other ones. And that maybe that's me being biased, and it probably is me being biased. But that's just what I think. What would your top 3 be? Yeah. I don't know if he's there. Hold on. Copy. Okay.
That was extremely frustrating.
And we're back. Sharpie's had some errors on it with his PC. Before you glitched out, I just wanted to ask you, can you name your top 3 young cores? Like rank them top 3 in the NBA,
Oh,
obviously.
well, I've already put Detroit at number 1, so I'll go Detroit. I'll go OKC and well, yeah, what the heck? I might as well just go Houston.
Yeah, I think I'd change it around. This is definitely me being biased now. I'm going OKC, Detroit, and honestly, I don't Wemby, but third would be Spurs or Houston. I'll probably just put Houston just because we're seeing what the players can do. Like I know they don't win games, but we know what they can do at least, or what they've done. So that's going to be my order. Now, we're flying through this. We are flying through this. We've got 2 more things I want to touch on. It's going to be probably a quick podcast. We've got Damian Lillard. Now, I said they should trade him if they get Scoot Henderson, and sure enough, they got Scoot Henderson. Now, obviously, they're linked to trading him as well. The question is, at what point should they just accept the trade that Miami's going to offer him? Because it doesn't sound like there's a great deal out there for him. There's only the Clippers, maybe, other than apparently the Celtics tried to reach out at some stage, but I don't know how that would work. What do you think of the whole situation? Because I think they've stuffed up because they can still, actually, I don't know if they can now, but they could have declined offering Jeremy Grant the maximum contract. I think they had up to a certain date because it hasn't been signed yet. Now, whether it has been or not, I can't remember. But I would have taken that off the table if I knew Lillard wasn't going to stay, because I bookmark this now. In 2 years or next year even, that's going to become a contract that you trade away and you trade picks with to get off, because you're going to start rebuilding and you don't want Jeremy Grant on your team. That's my opinion. What do you think of that whole situation?
I mean, him wanting to go to Miami when Miami just don't really have anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Rudy Gobert got traded for more.
Yeah, true.
Donovan Mitchell got traded for more. So, yeah, I don't know. There's potential, like talks of a 3-team trade. I think I think Portland are going the right way about it, but
Yeah.
I feel like that it's just they should have already been prepared. Like they should have already known that this was going to happen. Really, like
you were never going to get bulk package for him.
Yeah, 5 years ago probably.
Yeah.
But now no. I mean, last year offering him the 2 years, 100 million was a bit stupid.
Yeah.
So,
and that's the thing, like the Heat are potential loser for the free agency as well. We didn't even mention them, but like obviously losing Strus and Vincent, they probably lost someone else. I can't remember, but like they're offering up Tyler Hero, which if you're the Blazers, why do you want Tyler Hero? You've got Simons, you got Scoot Henderson, and you've got Shaden Sharp.
Yeah.
And if I'm like, and it's been rumored, if I'm the Blazers, and like if you're say taking on Tyler Hero or something, I'm forcing Yusuf Nurkic and his contract down Miami's throat. Like I'm making them take Nurkic with Lillard to get off the money, and And yes, you're still on that stupid money that you're offering Jeremy Grant, but you free up a lot more cap space for a proper rebuild at least. Like you throw them on the court and they do probably what the Houston Rockets did, maybe a bit better because they got Grant, but they're going to be a top 4-5 lottery team. And with the scout that they've got, I always forget his name that they employed. Is it Smith?
Wasserman.
Schmidt? No, it's not him. The one that the Portland. It's not Schmitz, is it?
Might be someone like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be Schmitz.
I thought it was Givney, but I think he's the one who does it properly.
No. But
I
yeah,
think he's just their assistant GM. He's not their actual GM, but I mean, he just has a good knowledge on the drafty players. So
yeah. Oh no, yeah. So it is Mike Schmitz. Yeah, I thought it was, but I think they should do a full-on rebuild. I don't think they, but that's the thing. A lot of teams say go to do a rebuild and then they get halfway there and then they decide to stack a team. Like you look at Atlanta Hawks, they
don't really need to do a full rebuild though. Like they've already got the players there.
Yeah. But no, I think that Heat are just it's fucking not the Heat. Jesus, like he's got me fucking shambled right now. No, I think Portland would be stupid to hold on to Lillard for much longer. I've seen reports that it could drag out like the Ben Simmons situation did. If that happens, then at that point it's a bit I wouldn't say it's disrespectful, but it's stupid. Like he's been there his whole career. But my question to you is, do you find it funny that after all this time Damian Lillard's talked about people running from the grind and everything, that he only wants to play for a team that was just in the finals? Do you think that's a bit hypocritical? Or do you think he's got fair enough reasons to do it since he's been at Portland for so long?
Yeah, I think he's allowed to now. I mean, they're running from the grind thing. Like that was when, players are obviously a bit younger in their careers. I think it's more of the prime. I think Lillard might just be a couple years away from, maybe a year away from being out of his prime. Who knows? I mean, you got to look at the usage that Lillard's had at the Trailblazers the last couple of years with the bad teams. Obviously, he's going to be the only one really doing much of the scoring. So,
yeah, no, that's fair. I just found it. I found it a bit funny, and I see what you mean there. That's a really good point about being in the prime and stuff. But like, I get that he wants to be traded to a contender. Like, no problem with that. But the team that just made the final and you're not budging on that, I wouldn't be surprised if Portland trade him to a team that just like, say hypothetically, the Spurs offered them a fair few draft picks. I don't know why the hell the Spurs would do it, but say the Spurs do it, I'd take that deal in a heartbeat over the Heat. Yes, you're sending him to a fucking San Antonio, but who cares? I mean, you got to do what's best for the team.
Did you see the thing that apparently he's not even willing to rock up to training camp if he got traded to another team?
Yes.
Other than Miami.
That's what I mean. That's what I think is just like you say, this running from the grind stuff, and you're being like it's a noble thing to do, like stay at that team for so long, but you can't, when you finally decide to leave, you can't cry like a baby, basically.
Yeah.
And sook when you don't get your way. Like he's earned the respect from Portland that he should get traded to where he wants to get traded to, but it shouldn't be a situation where if you're putting off other teams just because you're going to say, if I don't get traded to this team, I'm not going to come to your training camps or I'm not going to play for you.
Eventually it's just going to be too late and you're just going to, it's sort of a John Wall situation.
Yeah. Like imagine if this was Ben Simmons. Like imagine if when he was leaving Philly, he said, I only want to play for the Celtics. And if I don't get traded to the Celtics, I'm not going to play. It's like he would have been fucking slaughtered. And the Sixers would have traded him to the fucking Houston Rockets or something. But
Yeah, but the quality of Simmons, I know
yeah,
you're
oh
using
yeah,
Simmons as an
yeah,
example, but
yeah,
the quality in play is like obviously
mm,
Lillard's way better than Simmons.
yeah.
So
Hey, Simmons is having a rebound year this year. He's gonna get a
is he?
rebound
He's
this year.
still
No, he's
still
gonna get a
injured.
rebound. He's gonna get a rebound.
Yeah, one rebound. That's it.
And then he's
One
off with
rebound,
the
and then he's out
injury.
for the and then they're out for the rest of the season.
And Jock Landale's it's gonna be against the Rockets, and Landale's just gonna let him get it, and then he'll get subbed out and not play the rest of the season. All right, move on to our final thing. It has to be summer league talk. Now, I don't know how much of the summer league you've watched.
Barely any.
Case Wallace for OKC's he looked good the other day, and today he didn't play as well. Trey Mann shouldn't be there, but he needs to be there because he can't get into our team really during the season. I know I'm talking OKC, and Chet Holmgren, before I go off OKC, does look good. His shot obviously was falling in one game, wasn't falling in another. It's gonna come to him, but he's defensive, like him defensively on a team that didn't really have a proper center or a proper size center last year it's gonna be huge. But the main story, we'll get to it now. Wembenyama, the first game, I think he played horrible. I might just try and get this up. But he had like 9 points, 8 rebounds, and shot like 2 of 14.
And got christened by Kai Jones.
Oh, that was filthy.
Whilst the GM was like, they were talking to the GM at the time.
The Spurs or the
Yeah, they were talking to the
Charlotte?
Spurs GM at the time.
And like even Brendan Miller when he was on the block, like just
He had a
stripped
good
him.
game today as well.
Like it looked like he obviously it was his first game. He's probably a bit rusty, but like he was losing balance. He couldn't really back down anyone. Obviously, he's got good ball handling and stuff. But I mean, it's summer league, so he had 9 points in the first game, and then he comes out in the second game and had 27 points, 7 free throws. Do you take anything out of the summer league game because?
No, it's just summer league.
Yeah. Okay.
It's more just the NBA players adjusting to the NBA. It's more just the rookies adjusting to the NBA speed, or it's more just the players that are trying to get themselves back into the league, or trying to get at least a bit more money in Europe or something, or even in the G League.
Do you think there is any worry about Wembanyama going into do you have any concerns that because obviously he's got a heap of pressure on him, which I don't think is fair, but every first round pick deserves to have pressure, but with all the things being called he's the greatest prospect ever and all this, obviously at his height and length and everything, yes, but I think it's a little bit unfair. Do you have any worries about him going into the season?
No, I think he stayed away from a lot of that talk because he spent all of his time overseas.
Yeah.
Whether if he was in, if he went to college, the pressure would be on him straight away.
Mm.
And he'd have a lot more pressure on him because he'd have a lot more media around him, and you could see a lot more footage in that. So
yeah.
I think he'll be fine.
See, I have a couple of not major concerns, but just he did look like he got pushed off the ball and stuff very easily. Even when Brendan Miller stripped him in the post, I know he's gonna work on it, but he's not gonna be able to back down a Embiid, even a Jokic who's not good at defense. These big centers, you look at most teams, they've got a big center, a 7 foot that's chunky. Other than OKC, but I don't think he's going to be his offense is his defense is going to be fine, but his offense is where I'm a little bit concerned about how consistent he will be. He's going to have games where he can shoot it for 3 and he drops 30 or something, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of games where he shoots 3 of 15 and has 2 or 3 turnovers in the post. And it's all a learning curve. That's not bad. But
he's got Tim Duncan there to help him.
Yeah,
and
that's a perfect.
He's obviously got
person.
the rest of the Spurs whatever coaching. I think Ginobili on Tony
Yeah.
Parker's there is like a mentor for him,
Mm.
and that's good as well. But no one's really expecting Spurs to do well, so I think that's going to sort of ease the
Yeah.
pressure on him. They're more expecting him to do well,
Yeah.
and I think he will because he's better than probably 80%, 85% of the Spurs roster,
Yeah.
maybe more. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, so I wouldn't really say there's not a lot of pressure. Whether like there's Zion, for example,
Yeah.
where there was just heaps of pressure on him,
Yeah.
and he still hasn't really lived up to that. But injuries, only because of
Yeah.
injuries, nothing
Yeah.
performance-wise.
Mm.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I agree. And the worry for the worry for me is because I think they came out, his agent came out today saying they don't want him to put muscle on. They want him to build his core strength and stuff, but they don't want him to actually put muscle on. It was a very interesting comment to make. Like, I know you don't want him to try and bulk up and then just be all out of shape and everything, but he's got to try and fill out a little bit. But he might just I think it would be nearly impossible for him to naturally fill out and become like a big center. Like,
I mean, you listen to what Charles Barkley says. They got them big old fat women down in San Antonio. Like, who knows?
yeah,
Even
eating those churros.
he could fill out in San Antonio. So I mean, like the thing is that like he's not a natural center though.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a normal center.
I,
So
yeah.
they're gonna look at that, and you probably type it like a Giannis type,
Yeah. Well, Jan's filled
where
out though. Yeah, like
but Giannis was skinny in his rookie year. I think he's a bit bigger than
yeah,
Giannis, like in his rookie year.
yeah.
If you compare them from their rookie years.
I think he'll have a KD like a lot of people still expected like KD to fill out like when he
Mm.
was young, and it's like, and that it just never happened. I think it wouldn't surprise me if that happens with Wemby, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, but it could be a factor in whether like how dominant he actually is. Like, he's going to be dominant,
Yeah.
but at times. But
Mm.
last question though, stay on the rookies or some of the rookies, other than Wemby, because Wemby's the favorite. Who do you think has got a better chance of winning Rookie of the Year? Is it Chet or is it Scoot, or is it an outsider?
Uh, I reckon. I always keep going. I'll go Chet. I'll go Chet.
Yeah, I mean, it's a toss up because Portland. On one hand, you got Portland that have got three guards that are going to be probably going to be dog shit. They're going to be crap, and it's just how much usage is he going to get with two other guards there and Jeremy Grant even. And then at OKC, arguably they're probably going to be in the play-in again, so they're going to win more games. Chet's the only big man or the big threat, and you got a bunch of unreal passes. That's the only reason why I think Chet has a better chance to get Rookie of the Year, just because I think
And Chet's defense as well.
yeah,
Like
and his defense.
he's actually gotten not a lot bigger, but you can notice.
Yeah,
You can notice that he's gotten bigger.
yeah. And I think his usage stats are going to be far more significant than Scoot's. And that might be
Yeah.
a big claim. But, like, obviously, this is even without Lillard staying. You've got Shaden Sharp and Simons and Jeremy Grant handling the ball. Whereas Chet with Giddy, SGA, even J-Dub can pass the ball pretty well. I think Chet. But who would you have as an outsider before we go? Who would you be?
Chris Murray.
Yeah, I don't even know who the fuck that is.
I went for his brother last year, Keegan.
Okay.
And that did not happen.
Where is
So
he? Where did he get
I'm gonna
drafted?
that is a good question. I completely forgot.
Keegan wasn't a bad shout though. He was top 3, wasn't he? No, he was top. Yeah, he was top 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was top 3.
Portland.
Portland. Oh, there you go.
Chris
Another
Murray's
Portland.
at Portland.
I'm gonna go.
Power forward as well. So
I'm gonna go with one of the Thompsons. I know it's not really a smoky because they're 5th and 6th pick, but like I feel like there's a big drop off since Wemby, Chet, and Scoot. So
Yeah.
I'm
Then
gonna
you got
go the
another big
Thompson.
drop.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Castle
go.
Knowles.
Fuck off.
Keontae, who's that Keontae bloke
Deontay
as well?
Johnson.
He plays for you, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's like
He
23.
doesn't. He doesn't look too bad though.
Oh, he looks good, but fuck, you look at OKC. We've got Wiggins that looks good. You got to play Kenny Hustle.
And yet you still acquire more draft picks every
Yep,
time.
37 in like 6 years. So,
Mm.
all right, what a return, eh? 2 years, 2 years in the book. I've dressed up in my suit just for this, not just.
Yeah,
for-
I'm in one as well.
Yeah, well, how many episodes are we actually of you showing your face? This
Said I was
come
gonna do it
quickly.
at 100.
So we're probably like 20. I can't remember off the top of my head. We're probably about 20 off, or 20 odd.
Yeah, probably something like that. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for joining us, Sharpie. Taking out time
No.
out of your jet lagged day. Oh,
Yep.
geez, that was the stutter. Fuck.
What
I'm
else
glad
is
we're
new?
ending it. What's that?
What else is new with you with stutter?
Oh, come off it. All right, and we'll we'll see you next week. Bye.
Peace.